Welcome to Tyrannosaurus Riffs. My name is Brandon, and today we're going to talk about 5 of my favorite amps. Alright, what's going on everyone? I hope you're doing well out there. Recently I did a 5 of my favorite guitars video, and I had a pretty positive feedback on that, and got asked by a couple of you to do a 5 favorite amplifiers. So I've been thinking about that all week, and let's talk about that. Now, this will be a little bit different than the guitars because I do not currently own all 5, as I've been borrowing, trading, selling, trying to keep stuff new and fresh to the channel, so I don't have all of them. These are in no specific order. If I had to choose one, I'll tell you which one it is. I'll save that for last, and yeah, we'll go from there. So let's start with amp number 1. We have here the new Orange Dual Dark Limited Edition. This is one of 150. Now, this amplifier could potentially be tied with the rock reverb for me. I need to do a shootout on these, and I just need to get a rock reverb in here first to do that. So within my 5 favorite amps, you would land a rock reverb or a dual dark. Which one? We'll know eventually. But yeah, I really like this amplifier. Channel A is great, but channel B, this three band EQ, absolutely love it. I think it's very fun. It's pretty unique, I think, but it's really fun to boost and use overdrives on. So we'll do a video on that eventually too. I got a bunch of videos I want to do with that, so you'll get to see this again many times. Now, Orange is an amp brand that I didn't think I'd like. And as soon as I plugged into my rock reverb, it became one of my favorite amplifiers very fast. So with that being said, let's move on to amp number 2. Now, this next amplifier I do not own, but it was an absolute blast to play. It's the Angle Fireball KT7725. That thing was such a fun amplifier to demo. I couldn't believe how loud it sounded for a 25 watt. It was extremely versatile. It was powerful, it was punchy, the clarity was there. The sweeps on the EQs were crazy. You could make it sound really good no matter where those were, and get all kinds of different tones in such a streamlined little package. I was very impressed with that amplifier, and honestly, I never wanted to turn it off. And I get that with quite a few amplifiers, but not to the same degree I did with that one. So that one is very high on my list to own at some point. So you'll see a Fireball on here again eventually. Now let's move on to amp number 3. Again, not an amplifier that I own at this time. So here's a photo. The EVH 5150 Stealth 100. Now, there are a ton of variants of the 5150 family. I've tried most of them, not all of them, between the PVs and the EVHs. So how did I pick this one and why? Well, I'll tell you that the red channel on the EL34-100, and I said it in 1 or 2 of my videos, is my absolute favorite EVH tone. But the Stealth 100 is probably the best 3-channel amplifier that I have tried at the time of this filming, and that's why I picked this one. While I like the red on the EL34 a little bit better, the green, blue, and red on the Stealth are amazing. Now, I will say the Stealth 50 was quite powerful and amazing as well, but the 100 just has that extra headroom, and it just sounds much larger. Nothing against the 50. That's a fantastic amplifier. So the Stealth 100 is one that I do not own at the moment, but I have full intentions of owning one again at some point, and it'll be the last time I own it because I won't sell it when I get it again. Let's move on to amp number 4. This was my first Marshall that I tried. Well, unless you count the MG combo, something I had like 20 years ago. I don't really count that one. So this is my first real Marshall that I've ever played. Actually, it's the only Marshall I've ever played. I would like to try the others, 800s, 900s, 2000s, DSLs, you know, whatever. But this is an amplifier that's still in production. So after having it for a few months, I wanted to keep some stuff coming in, like I said. and I sold my JVM 410. And not even with, I don't even think it was a month I had bought another one because I missed that amplifier so much. If you asked me to pick one amplifier, I could only keep one tube amplifier out of the 25 to 30 that I've played in my lifetime. This is the one. Do I need 12 modes? No, absolutely not. But I found the 3 modes that I absolutely love, and plugging into this amplifier is just a pleasure every single time. I never grew up wanting to play a Marshall. I don't really know why. I was always just wanting to be a PV guy. And when I got this, I was just completely blown away. The Marshall JVM is an insane amplifier. I'm in love with this thing. This is the one for me if I had to choose one. At the time of this filming, again, my thoughts and opinions could change one day, but as of right now, it's this guy. Now, this was the 4th amplifier that I've showed you, and I said that I would show you my favorite one last. So why am I showing you this right now? While I have 10 amplifiers on hand, and I've tried 25 to 30, like I said, I can't pick one for the 5th spot that just stands out as an I love it amplifier. A lot of the stuff I've demoed I really enjoyed, or I do love. For example, I've got a Mesa Badlander. I love that amplifier. The KSR Orthos, I love that as well. My Framus Cobra, I love. But my PV5150. But the thing is, when I was thinking about this week, I couldn't think of a 5th one that was just like immediate, that's the one. You know, the orange Rock Reverb or Dual Dark, that was easy. This was easy. The Fireball was easy. An EVH 5150 Stealth. It really, those 4 picks were really easy for me to come by because they're always at the top of my mind when I think of amplifiers. Now, that's not to say that all these other ones are not great. They are, but they, for the most part, only do like one thing that I love, and the others on this list do more than that. And I'm always grabbing these, where the other ones are, I'm like, all right, which one am I gonna play this week? Let's change the flavor. And they're great amplifiers, so there's nothing wrong with them. They just, I don't feel like I have a 5th favorite amplifier at this time. There's still so many to try, and so many I want to try. And if you guys have stuff you want me to try, let me know, because I'll add it to my list and see what I can do to get it in here. But there's just a lot of stuff out there. So Orange Dual Dark or Rock Reverb, Engel Fireball 25, haven't tried the 100, EVH Stealth 100, Marshall JVM. Those are my top 4. I know the video is top 5, but what I've chosen so far. Now, I do have an amplifier on hand that you haven't seen yet. That is the Sur SL67. It is a plexi type of amplifier, and that will be the video for next week. So stay tuned for that. But I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble about tube amplifiers for a minute. I really do enjoy talking about this stuff and enjoy when you all ask me questions. But hopefully you enjoyed hanging out with me for a few minutes. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you soon.